My partner is trying to jack up the kitchen with the car jack.
How do I deal?
Unfortunately, there is lots of like greasy, gross marks on here because I have had to use the cooktop. Obviously I need to cook. So this is what I'm using today, just to degreaser, just to get rid of any of the excess oil, just to give it a nice clean up before I start grouting.
Didn't have a cup of coffee, let's go to a restaurant, go to a field, pick up some strawberries, then maybe let's fall in love. Stop the battle within your soul. You know it's all in your head. Being sad doesn't make you smart. It seems your heart just needs a fresh start. High, high, higher than the rain. Far from all the voices telling us we can't.
Just my luck. Of course I missed a batch. Gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, this is the product that I'm using next. It's Enduro Shield. I have done a whole video on this if you want to go and check it out. I've really loved the results of my own shower and how it looks like after, I reckon maybe a year, maybe 2 years. I really don't know. I'll have to have a look through my videos. But yeah, so basically it just cuts down the cleaning time. So it's meant to like bead water off. So it's the same thing with like grease and stuff. It's more just sits on the surface and you can just wipe it off with a microfiber cloth and a bit of soap. So there's no harsh scrubbing or anything like that. Not sure if you can see that, but it's currently 9 degrees up. Yes, and look what I've had to do. I've had to crack the window because it stinks so much. I actually forgot about this. I should really be wearing a mask with it. To begin with, I am just labeling everything so that when I do unscrew the doors and the handles, I know exactly where each handle belongs and where each door needs to go. Doing this, I am trying to do my best at unclipping the doors as well, rather than unscrewing them, because each of them has already been put in properly. So when I put them back, they should be level. But unfortunately, just because they are so old and rusty, some of them had to be unscrewed, which was a bit of a pain in the butt. And I know that when I do screw them back on, they're gonna have to be all re-leveled again, so then they all sit right. But anyway, that's just part of doing, you know, an old kitchen renovation like this. Look at all that oily crap that was underneath the handles. That's why it's so important to take them off when you're cleaning, because I would have missed all that. Okay, this is the current setup here, and I've purposely elevated them because, as you can see, like you've got under the cupboards here, and I literally only just cleaned these last week, and you can see that there is a lot of places that get missed when you're cleaning. And then the other thing I was thinking is just behind the door here where the hinge is, you can't actually get in there while it's on. It's quite hard, and you can see how dirty that is. So to give it a really good clean first, you definitely need to pull these off. You're gonna have to take them off anyway to paint them, so you may as well just take them off to clean them and get it done properly. So to begin with, I am going over the whole thing with mascara and some sugar soap, and I'm really trying to get into those crevices because there is a lot of detail in these paneling. And then I'm going to go back over again, yes, again, with my degreaser. These just have to be super clean, otherwise your product's not going to stick to it properly and you're not going to get a good result, and it may not last as long, like it might peel and stuff like that, especially if it's oil. So just make sure that you give it a super good clean and really take your time with it if you're going to do a project like this. Okay, so excuse my look today. I somehow got conjunctivitis yet again. I might have a blocked duct or something because it goes and then it comes back. So I need to see the optometrist. So yes, that's why I look so nasty. But yeah, I thought I would share with you what I'm using today. So I'm using the Renovator range from Dulux. So their Renovator range, you can use it on splashbacks, you can use it on bench tops, and you can also use it on vinyl wrap kitchens like the one I've got. And the guy in the shop said pretty much the key is to use the primer. So I'm gonna follow the steps of the Dulux Renovator range and go from there. Now I've found with the painting of the doors, the best way to go on this type of door, because there is so much paneling on there, was to paint the actual inside panel part first, so the inside detailing, and then I get the roller and roll the middle part, and then I paint the very edge outside of the paneling, and then I paint the edge. This is because of the drying. So what I was finding is it was starting to dry a little bit if I just did the sort of detailed parts on the paneling first and then went over it with a roller. So yeah, it just didn't have a nicer effect, you could say. Like it didn't look as nice. I don't know. It was just starting to dry too much. So that was what I am recommending to do, is just to do the inside panel part, roll it over, and then do the outside panel part and then roll over the outside, so that you're not going over semi-dried paint and getting it like clumpy looking paint on there. Now time-wise, this took 2 days for me to complete this project. So that is pulling all the panels off and labeling everything, giving everything a good clean, and also popping the primer on. The second day I just went for it and I just put all the different coats of paint on. I probably was meant to wait a little bit, but I didn't. I think I ended up with 3 coats of paint, but it was because of the inside paneling. I just felt like that it needed a little bit more where the detailing was. Yeah, so that's why I ended up doing 3 coats. But if it was just a flat door, I reckon I would have been fine with the 2. Next up, I'm using this part of the Renovator range, which is just in a satin finish. And this is just for the cabinet doors. I do need to wait 8 hours between applications, unfortunately. So yay, yip, yip, hooray. Can you see my excitement? I was hoping that I could get them dried in 1 day and then put the application on day, the second one, so then I could get the doors on. But life happens, doesn't it? Stop making a fool out of me. Hey, why don't you come on over Valerie? Valerie, Valerie. So if you are completing this project by yourself, I would give you a little bit of advice. Make sure that you've got a podcast, a really good mix to listen to, because it is long and tedious and boring. So give yourself a little bit of entertainment while you're at it. This definitely contributed to a longer time for me to actually edit my videos, because often what I do is I look at the sound waves and where I can cut, you know, according to the sound waves, I can see where I've been talking and things like that. And because I've been singing most of the way through, it did definitely contribute to a longer time for me to edit this video. But also it meant that I was having a lot more fun while I was completing the project. So yes. I had to stop to show you the difference in the update. Look at that. Together. You can see the difference. It is crazy. Crazy, guys. I'm super excited. Next of all, I'm just taping up all around the appliances so that I can actually paint around it as well, because obviously this is the same color as the vinyl wrap on the door. So it's going to look super yellow if I don't do that as well. Some of it definitely did need replacing, but when I did iron on the laminate that goes on the shelf that we made, the quality was just not there. Like, it wasn't good. So I may end up doing it and finding a better quality tape that I can put on there in the future. But at this point, I just wanted to get it done. So I've just painted what is there, and I'm hoping for the best that will last that little bit longer. I did use my paintbrush again, just sort of around the edges where like the bench top and that was, and around the oven, and then I went back over with the roller, because I do find that it looks a lot more smoother and a lot better finish with a roller. So I had to do the primer first and then the top coat of paint again. Now I did leave this, I reckon, about half a week for the paint to just try and set that little bit and make sure that it was all good before putting all the doors back on. And some of them were very challenging. This top corner one was really challenging for me because of the tile that's there. You can see that it's actually too close to the wall. The whole unit's been put too close to the wall. So unfortunately the paint did scratch because of the tile and the installation, but yeah, it's going to happen. There's always going to be something that happens in these kind of projects, unfortunately. Look at that, what a bitch. It's actually scraped some paint off. Trying to put it back in. It was such a tough squeeze getting it out. Hopefully it's not going to be, it's going to be durable, because I'm a little bit worried now. What is it about them? Living like it's their game. Come said it better than me, you're just in the blues. And we're in a house made of glass, devils in disguise. I can see right through your eyes, baby, I can see your eyes. We're in a house made of glass, devils in disguise. I can see right through your eyes, baby, I can see your lies. Here I am, trying to stand out in the crowd, have my own sound house. The fake ones are always so loud, all they do is okay. It's been a little while. I've been waiting on bits and pieces to come in from the joiners. They've finally come in. I've had them installed and I'm very, very excited to share with you. I have a door. You see that? I have a door. What? No! I'm so excited about this. The only thing that had to be done is this had to be cut out. I know it looks really shit, but remember, it's a ghetto house. It's not going to be worth too much money. It doesn't increase in value. That's why I'm doing this to the kitchen, to make it affordable, but to make it look good. And yeah, so it isn't the same color as this one. You can see there's a slight variation. This one is actually a bit yellower. So I will have to paint it. I'm not going to show it in this video because you've already seen me paint, and it's, yeah, not going to bore you with it. But yeah, that is what is going on there. I have some decisions to make about handles. So I love the chrome, but I feel like it's dating it because the profile is an older profile. So I'm actually leaning towards this one here, and you can see this actually pretty much perfectly matches the bench top. So I'm really loving this. I'm just finding that matte black is just too much. So that is sort of how it's looking, and you can see, oh, I can get it on my hand. And you can sort of see the difference. It's not as harsh as the matte black. Like, sorry, I can't show you from far back. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking at, but I have to see if they still make them because my joiner does not have these. They have the moon shape handles, but not these exact ones. So I need to get that. My mess, I've just made myself a coffee, but yeah.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance.
Alright, a bit of a tip with silicone. I'm actually really terrible at applying this normally, so I don't know how I'm going to go today. But my tip is to make sure that when you buy grout that sells the same brand and colour that matches with the grout. That way you're always going to get the colour right. But yeah, as I said in a previous video, if you are going like a white tile, you're either going to go white to match your tiles or to match your grout colour. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. Okay, I'm ready to share with you the final reveal of the kitchen at last, hooray! But I do want to say I'm a little bit disappointed. I don't think this paint is going to last. I've just cleaned it and I've already had some scuff marks that I thought were scuff marks and realised there's paint coming off. I'm going to go back to the paint shop and see if I can find something to seal it with. I've just had a look online and I don't believe there is a sealer in that renovation range. So, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. But anyway, I'm going to share with you how it looks. Before I do that, I just picture that there's a bulkhead here and that I fixed the roofing situation because it looks really nasty. And I did have to do this window here. Yes, I did show some of it in the video and I was planning to have this finished, but I just keep getting migraines and I'll never ever show the kitchen if I don't just do it today. So this is how it looks. Again, I need to paint as well, you can see here. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks. It's just the quality of the paint. I really should have looked at that before I even bought it because it hasn't got the best reviews either. So, but yeah, this is how it's looking. I'm going to come back over here so you can see as well. I haven't styled the kitchen yet because that is coming in next week's video. I'm going to be sharing some practical styling tips with you. But yeah, I'm really happy. I did this tiling by myself. The only real thing I needed help with was these PowerPoints because I didn't cut a big enough space for it. But other than that, I pretty much did all the tiling myself. And I'm really, really proud of what I've been able to achieve, even if I did have to glue them on one by one. But yeah, this is just how it's looking and I'm really happy with how it has turned out. And this is the bottom area and this is the one here that has the scuff marks on it. Now this is the new door that was made. I don't know if it's a different vinyl wrapping, but that's actually the color that it was. And I've tried to get, I thought it was a scuff mark, tried to get it off with just dishwashing liquid and water, and that's what's happened. Like, it shouldn't have happened. So now I'm too scared to get that off because I don't want the paint to come off. So yeah, that's just how it's looking. And over this side here, I didn't end up ordering a side panel. I just ordered some whiteboard and got them to put an edge on it. and that literally cost me $25. So it was much cheaper than getting a side panel done. If anyone remembers the big saga about this door here and why I didn't have it for years, because someone quoted me $1,000 for this door without the vinyl wrapping. This costed me $192 with vinyl wrapping. So yeah, it just pays to get quotes really. But another person come in and they couldn't even do it. So I thought, oh, this is just going to be such a pain. But yeah, they were just like, oh, I'm not sure that anyone does these anymore. And then yeah, I found someone to do it. So that's how it's looking. Join me next week for the styling of this kitchen. I'm going to be using very practical items to style because I am in more of a minimalistic lifestyle where I want to just put in pretty things that I'm actually going to love, value, appreciate, and use. Hopefully I can give you guys an idea of what you can put in your kitchens that is going to be, again, something that you love, value, appreciate, and can use, because these kind of areas get super greasy and oily. So if you're not going to put things in that you're going to regularly use and put through your dishwasher, you're just going to find it's another area in the home that it's going to have to be cleaned a lot, and it's going to be hard to clean because it's going to be greasy. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and of course I'm going to catch up with you next week with a new video. I'll see you then. Bye.